Late start this morning. Actually, it wasn't really a late start. Late start for making the smoothie, but late start in the sense that I have not had breakfast because I was working this morning. Not that anybody cares, right? And so I did one of my little fasting things, meaning I'm basically in fasting. I think I stopped eating yesterday around a little late yesterday. I don't know if I would, well, maybe you could call it a cheat day, little light cheat day yesterday. And I think I stopped eating around 7. And so now, 7 o'clock, let's see where we at here. We're definitely over 12 hours, 16, I don't know, 16, 18 hours, something like that. Alrighty, guys. So I just about to get started on this smoothie. Few things here. Trying to get ready. So give me 1 second. I was doing my water this morning and I hadn't turned on the camera. And so I wasn't quite prepared, but I'm going to make this smoothie. Just finishing up a few minor things. Let's see here. We are going to put, yikes. We're going to put Purium. And for those of you who don't know why I'm putting some of this stuff in there, you can ask. But definitely going to be putting in some of the magic powder. I call it magic powder because one of the things you're going to notice about at least my protocol, remember there's no medical advice here. I certainly don't do any medical claims. Is everything has to be food as much as possible. I don't do a lot of crazy supplements or anything of that nature. But I did forget, I'm just realizing I didn't get to soak these nuts as much as I would have liked to. So I'm going to actually do that a little bit while I'm making the video, and then we'll just throw them in there in a second. Some of the hydrogen will get in there. I think the study showed that it took about, I don't know, I think they let them soak for like 20 minutes. Now, of course, that depends on how you make hydrogen because if it's unstable, in my opinion, they're not going to soak into the fruit, the vegetable, the nut, the seed, depending on what you're soaking. Obviously, I use actually the most stable way that I've ever discovered, and pretty sure that it is the best because I've been researching this for an extremely long time. Let's see here. Holy hemp heart hydrogen, man. Mine has been in the box for 2 weeks now. I'm so lazy. I just have to watch your vids and not ruin my Hydrofix. Yeah, just watch the videos. I watched video 231. Well, actually, I just recently did another video. But yeah, video 231. I think I just did one recently where I literally showed all the things that somebody would need to know to take care of the Hydrofix. Because you do want to take care of it right. If you take care of it right, it's like getting a really high quality car that if you take care of it, will literally go many, many hundreds of thousands of miles. Okay, I'm out of Purium again. That's sucks. It's always a sad day. But thank goodness I have one more package of it. It comes monthly. I have it set up on this monthly thing, and it's perfect, actually. They tend to arrive basically right on time. But this month I have a feeling I may be out of it for like a day or two, which would suck. But you know what? The nutrients do get loaded up in your body. And yeah, nutrients get loaded up in your body. So even if you don't get all the full nutrients, it's not the end of the world. That's actually one of the reasons that I take care of my body the way that I do, because what I'm trying to do is load up on nutrients so that if the day ever comes, and especially I'm actually preparing, I probably shouldn't say this. Well, nobody's in here. Nobody's going to tell anybody. Nobody watches my channel pretty much, right? Just very few people. I'm preparing my body for a fast. And oops, yeah, look at that. I got chlorella on my hand. This stuff will stain. I should eat it. That's bad. Yeah, I'm prepping my body for some things. This is part of what I've been doing for actually quite a few years. That's probably involves a whole other conversation that would honestly probably not make sense to anybody, including me. I'm not even sure if what I'm doing is right. It's one of my experiments, but one of my crazy experiments that I'm doing on myself. Yeah, I've done a lot of them. I've done a lot of trial and error and trying to figure things out, as far as health is concerned, secrets about health. And I think I'm definitely nudging on some. And I'm trying to, teach you guys some of these too if people want to really improve their lives. I love when people improve their lives. I love when people are happy, and it seems that most people are suffering so much these days. And that's part of what's been getting me sad lately. I was having some days, because it's just so sad to see what's going on in the world. Um, I wish people could talk things out. I don't like when people argue. It's like, hey, why don't we just talk it out? Like, how when people always talk about religion and politics, people start fighting. It's like, I don't fight about those things. It's like, look, if you have a good conversation, and hopefully the conversation leads to more enlightening information or helpful information or good things. And if it doesn't, it doesn't, and there's no need to get mad about it. It's funny how people get so mad about belief systems. I don't know. I find it, dare I say, kind of funny. Like, why would you get so mad about something you believe in? Maybe you're not even 100% sure. You think that you're right, of course, but haven't you ever been right about something and then figure out you were wrong later? You know? And so you always have to leave room for error. And I have that kind of personality. That's why I'm a very big skeptic. I leave a lot of room for error. And if I'm not sure about something, I'll say it. I'll be like, yeah, not 100% sure about this or that or whatever. And then there's trial and error. That's why I try different things. And even having to literally, I had to create my own protocols because when I would try to follow other people's protocols, it was, I don't know, frustrating because everybody tells you to do something different. And some of the stuff would like either not make a ton of sense or only some of it would make sense. It was just one of those funny situations, kind of like with water. Water's frustrating in the sense, like for me, it's not because I totally have figured out exactly what needs to be done with water, but some people, and some people may not agree with me. Some people don't. Some people are so happy with what I show and they get really good results. In fact, I still need to make some videos of all these testimonials that have been coming in lately. I just can't keep up. It's been totally bonkers. But I'm happy. I'm happy that people are doing well. And as far as health, I just hope that we, I hope the country hopefully will do well in the very near future because this whole thing with the like the numbers are 60% of people are living paycheck to paycheck and 80% of people are really struggling, and it's sad. I don't like to see the world like this, but hopefully there's good things to come. And meanwhile, I mean, the one thing you got to do, no matter what condition the world's in, be grateful if there is food on the shelves and do your best to try to get the best food. And look, if there was nothing but cheeseburgers and that's all I could eat because that's all that there was on shelves, well, you got to do what you got to do. I'd probably be drinking a lot of clean water, a lot of hydrogen water, before I ate those things. But luckily, I have options. There's still organic food on the shelves. I am very, very grateful for that. In some ways, you probably have no idea how grateful I am for such things because, it's not like food grows on trees, right? I'm kidding, obviously. Food does grow on trees. What? I didn't know. Why didn't anybody tell me? I guess that's all I need then is some trees. Ooh, if I would have knocked that over, that would have sucked. All my powder would have just gone right all over the floor. Boy, did you guys see that? I almost felt like I was going to knock that thing over. So yeah, guys, if you can do the 10-day challenge, today is the last day of the 10-day challenge. I obviously already had my 1 liter of hydrogen water because that's with a clean mouth. I know people don't think that that's important, but this is why I go off data. It's important to clean your mouth. Otherwise, that could even be the source of your problem. You may think, no way, my mouth's not going to do that. Okay, let's see here. Wow, lots of comments here. Let's see, I guess I'm missing some. I made a smoothie at least. I do that almost daily. Cool. I'm not going to do much good. Let's see, that's more than I've done, LOL. Okay, I realized that I was doing wrong after watching a breakdown video you did 5 years ago, Greg. I was leaving the white float in the water vessel when using the cannula. Duh. Check it out, and wow, there you go, my friend. Oh, so interested. Do tell, Greg. What about the experiment you're doing on yourself? You probably don't need to hear that. 400% increase in layoffs from last year. Average credit card balance is $6,000. Lowest personal savings since 1929. Things are looking wild. See, there you go. Only burgers and sewage water for you, good sir, and you will be happy too. See, this is what I mean. We just got to be grateful for what we do have, at least at this time. You never know what's going to happen. Just watch the replay. Easy with that elbow, big guy. Yeah, I know. I almost knocked that over. And so, believe it or not, that's one of the reasons I named my channel Uprising 144K, because one, if you can rise up from being sick and stuff, but also because they're like the last survivors. And I don't know, it's just a guess really, but it was a very strong gut instinct when I was reading about hydrogen, and I didn't even know what it really was. I was surprised how it impacted me. It was almost it's almost like seeing an old friend, but yet you didn't even remember, you know, you like had amnesia or something. I don't know what it was about hydrogen, but when I read it, it called to me, and and I just kept thinking it's like a guardian angel, and somehow I just knew that. I don't know. Again, I'm not going to say I'm right because I could very well be wrong, but I just thought about the end of days, and I'm like, things are going to happen, whether it's radioactive stuff, something's going to happen, and only the strongest will survive. And you prepare your body to withstand the hard times, and I have, I've prepared my body for, like, my body, like, I could fast, I could go without eating, um, easier now than I could in the past because of prepping my body to be able to go without food more easily than most. And I'm loading up on nutrients, so it's going to deplete me. Don't get me wrong, and it'll deplete me quick. But um, funny thing is that people who are probably really, really overweight, they're the ones who can really last without food in a different way, though. But will they survive the other difficulties? Ooh, check this out, guys. Broccoli sprouts. Look at that. Hydrogen broccoli sprouts. They are straight up magic. We already know the science behind broccoli sprouts, but let me tell you something. Maybe we can research them a little bit. I'll read you some of the health benefits. And I know they're highly anti-cancerous. Cantankerous. I don't even know what that means. I just popped. But what I can tell you is, I prep the body as much as I can. I did the best I could. And that's all you can do in this life. Life is short. You want to be able to do good things for people. And that's all we can do. I don't know if that's about a cup. I think it's about a cup. Blueberries every day, guys. Berries. It could be raspberries, blueberries, blackberries. I don't know, goji berries, whatever. But even grapes if you want. I'm going to put actually some grapes in a second. Well, not grapes. Raisins, but same difference. So again, you do the best you can, and so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to do the best I can. Some of the stuff that I personally believe, I'm sure everybody will think, you crazy, you cray. Oh no, I'm offended. Can't possibly, I'm crazy. But I'm fine with it. I don't need anybody else to believe what I believe anyway. So, we all walk our own paths, but one thing's for sure, no matter who you are, no matter what you believe, you're going to want to be healthy. That's just my opinion, because there's just about nothing worse than losing your health. What's that story in the Bible? I don't remember, but it was like this story about this guy who had it all. Thought he was rich and kids. And I don't know. He had just everything. I'm just realizing I don't have natto, so you know what that looks like? It looks like I'm going to have to go walk. Remember, stairs are always an exercise, and I got a lot of stairs here. So let me grab some natto. But yeah, there's like this story in the Bible about this guy who had it all. And if I remember correctly, something about like God taking, like his kids or his wife, and all these things. This guy was losing everything, and it was, if you could really truly imagine and put yourself in that guy's, head or whatever, excuse me, and losing everything, and he was supposed to be like super like loving God and everything. I think if I remember correctly, wasn't the devil tempting God or something with like, hey, this guy just loves you because you give him everything. Let's take it all from him. And I think the very last thing that he took from him was his health, because that's probably the biggest thing that can be taken from you. I mean, they took everything, right, from this guy. By the way, this is the natto. That little symbol there, that means organic from Japan. It's a little tiny leaf. Just a little secret, because if you read Japan, products of Japan. So yeah, I think it was a story of Job or something. And yeah, so take care of your health. It's very, very valuable. Let's see. I think let's see. I just watched the replay. Watch your elbow. What's your thoughts on eating fish? Well, Roderick, in my opinion, fish. Okay, this is the way that I look at things. Okay, and this is just my view. Um, there's certain things that the body has a hard time dealing with if you have too much of it. So, no medical advice, no claim. Um, but for example, it is harder on the body: fish, meat, eggs, even dairy. I mean, heck, we even quit. A lot of people just quit making even enzymes to break down dairy. That's why people become lactose intolerant. I believe that a lot of it is because nature designed us when we were little to have things like milk, because we're growing so fast and you need all those fats and just all those nutrients. But as you get older, now you're full grown like a cow. You don't see full grown cows sucking on nipples trying to get milk, they're eating grass, and that's what we should do. We go to the vegetables. Now, I like the way the old school Japanese do it, because people think Japan, they just think that people would just eat fish all the time. It's not true. Old school Japanese, fish was like an absolute delicacy, like on a New Year's or, some very special occasion, they would have fish. But the amount of vegetables that they eat, it's the regular, and the amount of fruit and the amount of beans and even all the nuts, the seeds, all the different ways of eating potatoes. They're really big on those purple potatoes, all these different types of things. So my normal contingency on, or I guess what I normally think about when it comes to fish, I think it can be very healthy for you if you eat it within reason. So usually, as far as data is concerned, we really probably shouldn't be eating meat, fish, eggs, any of that, except for maybe about once a week. I mean, you could probably do it. You could probably get away with doing it twice a week. But here's the problem. I know somebody who tried to go that route, and I've seen the data on it. The fish, unfortunately, these days is so polluted. And it's UCLA put out a study where they showed the amount of metals. Oh, the amount of metals in fish is off the charts. I couldn't believe it, honestly. I knew that it was a problem. I still have fish once in a while. And when I saw that study, I was like, geez, that's pretty bad. And then somebody I personally know who's like, you know what? I want to get a little healthier. I'm going to eat more vegetables. And I'm going to start having fish more often instead of meat. Well, he went to his doctor to get like one of his normal blood tests or something, checking how he's doing. And the doctor's like, oh my goodness, you got a ton of metal in your body, a lot of heavy metal. He's like, what? Like, I've never had an issue with any of this stuff. And it was apparently because of the fish that he was consuming. And it's just that bad. And that's the sad part, because these days you have to navigate everything differently with, non-organic stuff and GMOs and metals in fish and the weird things they're putting in animals. I'm not going to say right now, but there is some studies already been done on this, and they're finding some very weird stuff. They were talking about passing a law where they have to disclose everything they put in these animals or do to these animals, and they shut it down. They don't want us to know, and that makes me suspicious. And so I'm doing, kind of ironically, kind of like the Bible. Remember, the Bible speaks of what they call the humble man's diet. And I don't know if a lot of people really understand what that means. And let's activate this natto, by the way. Um, but the humble man's diet is basically vegetables, fruit, um, um, nuts, seeds, beans. Beans are a big one, rice, stuff like that. So yeah, I hate to say it, but I don't eat fish very often. But once in a while, I think I just lick Purium off the floor, says Bulky Pug. You'd be a happy pug. Wow, Greg, that is a lot of blueberries. Really? I use half that amount. Ginger, carrots too. MD says Job. Yeah, it was the story of Job we were talking about. Let's see. Northern Yeti says probably Job. Satan was allowed to punish him however he wanted because God knew he would stay loyal. That sounds like the book of Job. Yeah, it feels like him. Ah, Terry, good news. It has ended well for Job. Keep the faith. True. Find friends who can encourage you when it gets tough. Yes. Fermented foods. Yes. I love fermented foods, fermented veggies all the time. Currently doing honey garlic ferment. Whoa. That sounds delicious. Sounds good. Boy, you guys are just talking there. Okay. Yeah, it's the natural antibiotic. Okay. Let's activate this now. So that's why it probably takes me longer sometimes. Is checking. Wow, this is different. I can tell already. So yeah. So, just try to get the body right. Um, I'm sure I'm being a little wussy. Now, look, food is only one thing. Believe it or not, at least in my opinion, another part is just literally how you treat yourself, but how you treat others too. I think that that's important because it makes it nice on your soul. When you're not very kind to people, maybe it doesn't eat other people up inside. I believe deep down it does. Maybe they're disconnected from their feelings, but I'll tell you with me, if I do something that's not right, I feel very, very terrible because I just I want to be good because I know that eventually I'm going to have to face like karma, as they say. And I really do believe in that. And that, the reason I believe in it, because back in the day when I was younger, I didn't, is because I've seen it. As crazy as that sounds. But yeah, I've seen the repercussions of the decisions and things we can do that could potentially hurt others. And that's why the whole story of even just Jesus, he's like, hey, love one another. I mean, when they asked him what's the most important teaching, he didn't say the most important teaching is to give 10% to the church and accept me as your Lord and Savior. But that's just not what he said. He said the most important thing is that we love one another, as I have loved you. He said, and I dig that. I'm not religious, by the way, but look at that. This stuff's really activated, and so I think it's important to be kind to others, but also kind to yourself. Isn't that you know, and that's something that I think is a good thing. Yeah, to me, it just makes sense. Um, but whatever people want to believe, that's fine. All I can say is it feels good to treat yourself good, and it feels good to be nice to people. Mm. That's interesting. I just realized that ginger with natto actually tastes kind of good. That was weird. I just kind of ran into that little bit of ginger there by accident. Ginger. Let's put a little hydrogen water in here. Give it a little time. Or clean water, whatever you'd have access to. Because not only will it soak into these fruits and vegetables, apparently, how about natto? Do you think hydrogen will affect the natto? I don't know. Let's soak it up, fuzzball. By the way, if I ever say a line to a movie, and you know what it is, blurt it out. Laugh it up, fuzzball. They have all these little movie lines. I used to really be, I'm a movie goer. They're fun, you know, and it was kind of like a little trivia thing that I would do a lot with my friends. We would say lines in movies, and we'd all have to guess which movie it was from. Stupid game, I guess, but it's stuck on me for a long time, and I keep on doing it somehow. Yeah, or if there's any specific, we can play that game too. Remember that game where you guys pick a subject and I'll try to talk about it. Even if I don't know anything, I'll just talk about it like I know something about it. Or I could just give you my opinions. It doesn't matter, whatever you guys want to do. Or you can speak amongst yourselves. Or you can ask questions if you want about hydrogen or the smoothie or whatever. Whatever you guys want to do. But yeah, I think it's important to utilize the power of nature to help our bodies be healthier. And of course, we use some of the power of science because it helps us understand things that maybe we would not totally understand. But I think in the end, it's all really about balance. Like that guy who was asking about fish, I think it was MD, and even meat. Like I think that you can eat as long as it's really clean, which good luck because the stuff that I just saw lab tested was from the store and they get grass fed, grass finished, all organic, normal meat. I mean, they tried all sorts of stuff, and the stuff they were finding was, dare I say, not real good stuff. And that was a concern. I was thinking to myself, boy, I'm glad I don't really eat meat, after seeing that. Periodically, I'll have cheese, and even that is, I had that on my cheat day, I think, I don't know, a week and a half ago, I can't even remember. And I had one of these veggie burgers, which definitely wasn't healthy. It was just the only thing that I had a choice to eat when I was invited to go out to a restaurant. And it was terrible. It was deep fried, and it was beans, lentils, it's fine, but it had cheese on it. And let me tell you something. I love me some cheese. Love me some cheese. But, trying to be better. So I would say I don't eat it 99% of the time, once in a while. Okay, let's see here. Put some raisins in there that are soaked in some hydrogen water. Might be getting too much water in here now. That might be a problem. Houston, I think we got a problem. And you know what I'm going to do? If I have access to it. There it is. I should soak some raisins for tomorrow. So let's do that. Some of those for tomorrow. I could look up, maybe I'll look up the health benefits of grapes or raisins. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I just assume they're good for you because I know they have boron in them. And boron, I've been looking for a food source with boron in it. Got to get creative all the time. Okay, let's go with this one. We're going to go ahead and go with pecans. I'm sure soaked up some hydrogen water in there too. And you can do just clean water. It's just if you want to try to enhance some of this stuff, and you have access to it. If you have access to it, go. Okay, let's go with some chia seeds. More protein, more minerals, tons of fiber. Actually, that's the big thing it's known for now that I think about it. Yeah, chia seeds are known for fiber. And apparently they do have a lot. I'm trying to remember the number. I think if you had I can't remember. It was something like 1/4 of a cup or some very small amount gave you what was it, 1/4 or half the fiber you need all day. But remember, those numbers are the minimum requirements, and that's where you got to be cautious. The government tells you the minimum, and the funny thing is that a lot of people don't even meet that standard. And so I don't know if I totally, trust that, as you might say. But I will say, you have to. One thing I've learned about health: nobody's gonna do it for you. You gotta do it. You gotta do it for yourself. Oh, this smeller smells good today. Oh, it smells very fresh. Oh no! Oh man, it fell on the ground. I will wash it. I will use it. There's no way I'm gonna waste it. But I hate when food touches the ground. They did do a study on that, believe it or not. They had food fall on the ground, and they did the whole 5-second rule thing, and saw what got on the food, and yeah, it was gross. There really is stuff on the floor, just like a surgery. If you're doing a surgery and one of the surgeons drops one of the tools that they're using during the surgery on the floor, you no longer use that tool. It's over. You have to go wash it and disinfect and the whole deal all over again. This one doesn't look as good, but I'm going to put it in there anyway. Should be good enough. It's probably like a brown banana type of deal. And so, yeah, I guess back to the story of Job. They took everything from that poor guy, but he stayed true. He didn't become a total jerk and start being a jerk to people. And God rewarded him. Lucky man, lucky man. And I do believe that we get rewarded for the things we do. I got a lot of rewards by treating my body better, and I was shocked. I did not expect to get rewarded, but I did get a lot of rewards that I just didn't expect. I wasn't expecting any of those things to happen that happened from me. And a lot of those were just like, my skin cleared up, my body got leaner, my skin just, better, my bowels were better, just quote unquote feeling better. There's just certain feelings. I feel like I was swollen. I got some pictures. I still haven't released them. Maybe one of these days I'll release some of those. Like I said, they're actually kind of embarrassing. So one of these days. Okay, let's see here. Um, MD fermented foods, blah blah blah. You put beets as well. That's one nutrient-packed smoothie. Well, yeah, brother. Hello, Greg. Please talk about new dental technology. Would love to know what you know about it. Have an amazing day, Solomon. Let's go, Brandon says. I'm not. Let's go, Brandon. Oh my gosh, you guys remember when that whole stadium was yelling it? That's crazy. Somebody told me, they're like, you really think that he got the votes he had when so many people are yelling that? I don't know. I don't know. I probably shouldn't even bring that up. I just found it funny. I like to laugh, you know? And so I found it funny. That was some funny stuff right there. How do you get a whole crowd to say that? And how that thing just picked up steam on its own? That was crazy. As far as dental technology, Solomon, look, the dental technology that is out there, but it's not available yet, is basically the ability to regrow teeth. So this is, I think, something, it's starting to get a little dangerous. I don't know if it's going to be a good thing or not, but we are messing around with animal, um, you could say DNA, so that it can do things for humans that we would like. Now, as far as the technology, what they do is they'll take a needle and you literally will have like just your gums, because if you like lose a tooth, they'll stick a needle up there. It's stem cells, by the way. They'll stick a needle up there, they'll inject it in there, and what it actually does, you will grow another tooth. Way better than implants. It will be an actual real tooth. The problem is that they haven't perfected the technology, and this is exactly why I'm always cautioning about technologies that aren't perfected, because well, sometimes they can even cause more harm than good, in my opinion. My opinion. Just like the wrong type of hydrogen, if you make it in certain ways, it really doesn't appear to be a good thing. But I won't get too much into that, unless you guys really want to know. But I feel like I've touched on that enough. And so basically, you will grow a tooth back. The only problem with the technology right now is that the tooth will grow in either completely crooked, completely backwards, and even in different colors. So they have not perfected that technology just yet. But that's a technology that a lot of dentists, for whatever reason, I do not know why they don't know about it. Because when I talk to them, they're like, "Oh, whatever, that's not real." I'm like, yeah, it is real, and it's been out for. They've been working on it for years. So, yeah, so that's a dental tech that I was talking about. More beyond that, the best you can do is learn how to take care of your teeth. So that's the thing about health. Let me tell you something about health. You want to try to do your best to prevent. Preventative care is where it's at, because once you lose that tooth, it's over. You're not going to get it back. And so you want to care for it and prevent it from going bad in the first place. It's the same thing with your organs, same thing with, your health. So that's why I am very big on preventative care. Ironically, America isn't, and I don't want to say that America's dumb, because I don't think they're dumb. Maybe it's just by design, who knows? But what I can tell you is, in America, they're really into emergency care, whereas in Japan, it's actually quite different. The Japanese are really big on preventative care. And like I said, your health is actually in your hands. You can go to your doctor and say, "Hey, doctor, my health is in your hands." I mean, if you just go eat cheeseburgers and Twinkies and say, "Hey, doctor, I got a blockage in my heart. Hey, doctor, I got high blood pressure. Hey, doctor, I got diabetes." They're going to be able to give you certain things or do certain things, but you'd be better off preventing those things, so you wouldn't even have to go through the pain, the suffering, and the financial loss that it causes. For me, it's all about happiness. That's always been my theme since I was very, very little. And I just really personally believe that your body has to be in really good health if you want to be happy. Now, I'm not saying that you can't be happy and be in terrible health. That's not what I'm saying. But my definition, just so you know, my definition of happiness is going to be very different than probably your definition of what happiness really means. Because for me, I mean, you could give me your definitions if you want, but my definition is definitely going to be very, very different. I know a lot of people who claim they're happy. Like, "Oh, I'm happy." I'm like, okay, go ahead, believe that if you want, but I know what real happiness is, and I don't personally believe that people are, super, super, super happy. Now, there's a difference between being content and happy, but happiness seems to be something that is oftentimes chased. Like, oh, I got to get this new thing, this new car, this more money, or whatever. And you're always chasing this. Um, but in my opinion, if you have true happiness, it doesn't have to be chased. Oh, this banana's going bad. I don't want to use. Well, that means I probably should use it, but I only have room for one today, so I'm going to put a big, good-looking banana. I'll have to do the other one next time. Okay, let's see. No, let's go over and hit the like button, y'all, says Dramer. Oh, that's very nice of you, Dramer. Thank you. Oh, man, this one's bad, too. I'm going to take these back. I'm just kidding. Hey, sir, can I get my money back on this banana? Yeah. Okay, we're just going to have to go with that today. I think that should blend up nicely. Let's see here. Yeah, because I'm not going to fit anything else in there. I mean, I guess I could try to shove another banana in there, but I think that's enough. It should taste good. I got raisins in there and blueberries. So let's fill it up with just a little bit more water. Again, clean water, clean vegetables, clean fruits. The cleanest you can get, guys. That's going to always be the goal, and you just do the best you can. It will never be perfect. Sorry to say, life will never be perfect. So you do the best with what you can. And I'm going to add minerals because we know that our food is deficient in minerals. It's too bad that you guys weren't all actually here. If everybody was here, I'd be like pouring smoothies for everyone. Smoothies for everyone. Everybody'd be like, make us smoothies all day long. That's sounding pretty good. How about you, mister? Let's send some compost. Yes, mister. Time to take out the compost. Oh, yes. It's time to get full again. I am a fool. Full of what? I'm going to cut this with hydrogen water, and then I'll show you some magic tricks. All right. Looks like got some lawbreakers here. You guys ever see the Louis C.K. stand-up? That guy's funny. He's funny. All right, see, I think it's probably all blended. What am I going to do? I'm going to do it one more time, and then I'll pour it. There we go. I can feel it chopping everything up. Sounds like it. I don't know. It still sounds like it's chopping stuff up, but let's just go ahead and try. See what happens. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and hey, not always right about certain things. But I gotta say, my track record's pretty good. I watch my own track record. I always tell that to my father. I'm like, Dad, look, haven't you noticed that you're wrong quite often? What you should do is watch your own track record and see how right you tend to be. So I watch mine. Because if I was wrong all the time, I'd be like, okay, I can't even listen to my own head anymore because I'm wrong all the time. Did you have the other one? Did you bring it up? All right, we're going to go with ionic zinc, guys. Why? Because I want to use it up. It's pretty much gone. I think there's anything in here. There's a ton of zinc in my powder already, though, and in the foods I eat. And food is better. In fact, you know what really has a bunch of zinc in it is my sprouted pumpkin seeds. Those are really good. Okay, this is one of my more important ones. This one is the one that if I didn't buy any of these, this is the one I got to have. I can go without the boron. I can go without the chlorophyll, but I cannot go without this nutrient. It's too important, and it's almost pretty much in like no foods, and that's D3. with K2 because it helps, you know, absorb nutrients. Let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should be enough vitamin D for today. And now let's do some boron. Well, boron says it's good for your brain, your ligaments, your bones, and for the sex hormones of both men and women. And I think that I'm going to guess that that would be good for not only menopause, but you know, as you're getting older, it's good to have keep those sex hormones alive. Put a little splash in there. I do about 1.5 mLs. And I like to mix all these things with the fiber of the fruits and vegetables. I find that it works way better absorption. That's the secret, my friends. Chlorophyll. Chlorophyll's like, isn't that stuff they put on your mouth and then knock you out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go with 6 today. 1, 2, 5, and just 6, just to be, I don't know, just for the heck of it. Just one of those days. Okay, and why do I fill these halfway? Well, because now when I do the other half, it just fills it up real nice like and mixes everything. See, it's now mixed for us. Mm-hmm. There we go, and I still have a little smoothie left over. Kim parts. Okay, let's go try to grab some of those. Delicious. Has everything the body needs, I personally think. Just my opinion. People can be like, no, dude, I don't agree with you. It should have a fish in there, or maybe a steak, maybe some pork. Pork chops. I love pork. Love me some. Not pork chops, actually. I like barbecue ribs. Where was it? There was one. Oh, I used to love deep fried. I don't know. They were like deep fried chicken something rather, and I would buffalo wings, and I would dip them in like blue cheese. It was like, oh man, it was so good. I haven't had that forever. Just junk food. Okay, I'm probably gonna say goodbye soon, guys. So there's a smoothie. If you have any last questions, let me know. I'm gonna take out this earpiece. Believe it or not, I got a little work to do today. So that's what I gotta do. Let's see, let me plug this guy in. So, any last questions, comments? This is your last chance. Actually, I was gonna look up real quick the health benefits of raisins. I taste the nut on there today a little bit. Let's see. Health benefits of raisins. Let's see what it says. Okay. Pork is your favorite meat? What is the mineral supplement you use? Okay, let's see here. Okay. Solomon says happiness is a daily power smoothie. Yeah, good health is good. What's wrong with the brown part? Some of them are just like when they're going bad. I don't like when it's going bad. Greg, you ever make banana tea with the peel? No, I think I tried it once, but no, not regularly. Bulky Pug says, what brand of citric acid do you use? Anything that is made for cleaning distillers. Do not use the food kind. I have a few different brands that I've used throughout the years. We can all move to Bulgaria with Terry C and start our own smoothie bar. You guys go ahead. Make sure you can get internet. Is the link for the citric acid on the deep cleaning video still the one we should be using? use the link. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, just look up citric acid that is made for cleaning distillers. It's pretty easy. Bulky Pug says it will be us versus the Twinkie eaters after the big one. Probably. What is the mineral supplement you use? You can go to, I use a few different things. They're all in the video. They're from a company called Concentrates. If you type in on my video, how to mineralize distilled water, I have a link there, which you can use if you want. I don't know if the link gets me anything. If it gets me anything, it's probably like 80 cents or something, or $1. But it does help support the channel, you know. So anything, you know, if you want to use a link. If not, it's all good. It's not a priority. Okay, let's see here. Pork is your favorite meat. I do like me some pork. Laugh out loud. A fish there. Gross. I know, I like fish. Really clean fish from cold water. Oh dear Dramer, don't ask Greg about pork then. Black pepper crusted pork belly and sweet concentrated blueberry compote. AI says, Greg, you know of any good natural cough remedies for kids? Lemon and raw honey. AI, honey. Apple cider vinegar with elderberries and garlic. Yeah, I would definitely have some raw garlic. We can't afford Greg, Yeti. We can't afford Greg? What does that mean? It's free. I do all this for free. MD says, and Malie, I will try those, thanks. Northern Yeti, haha, he will sell a lot of smoothies. Okay, thanks guys, says AI. Okay, research shows that raisins could lower your risk of heart disease. Have you guys noticed a pattern on all this stuff yet? Everything lowers heart disease that I put in these smoothies. The fiber, see, back to the fiber, guys. I'm telling you how important it is. In raisins, lowers your bad cholesterol, which then reduces the strain on the heart. Raisins are also a good source of potassium. Let's see, what else does it say about raisins? Raisins are obviously dried grapes. They're also packed with nutrients like vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, phytonutrients, polyphenols, and several other dietary fibers. There you go. All this makes raisins best suited for those who are conscious of their health and well-being. Okay. Popping raisins can help you poop better. See, I've been telling him, bowel movements are super important. It says a constipated stomach is a hellhole for a healthy body. I agree. That's why I need to keep digestion passages clear at all times, and raisins certainly help with that. They are loaded with insoluble fiber, making them a natural laxative, which improves bowel movements and smooth elimination. See, this thing is amazing for that. It says they can actually help you gain healthy weight. Let's see. What else? It might help prevention with cancer. Raisins provide anti-carcinogenic benefits because of the presence of catechins. Catechins have polyphenol compounds that possess antioxidant compounds. It also helps with your blood pressure. Wow. They also enhance immunity. It says that it's of the utmost importance because There's essential nutrients, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, polyphenols. All these help fight with free radicals in our system, stabilizing them, preventing them from causing oxidative damage to our cells, including white blood cells that form the backbone of our immune system. And raisins have an antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal properties that help reduce the risks of various types of infections. Look at that, guys. Raisins are good for you. What a surprise, huh? It also helps curb anti-inflammatory disorders like arthritis. Wow. So it actually helps with arthritis. Let's see. I think it even said it helps with gout and inflammation. It will help you sleep better. Wow. Raisins have been found to be quite beneficial to treat insomnia because of the essential nutrients like iron. It also increases the production of hemoglobin, but also improves metabolism, the way it carries oxygen, strengthens your immunity, and ensures better sleep according to studies. Let's see, the last word, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, raisins are good. Can we all agree on that? Let's see here. You read the raisins have fungi? I don't know. I read a lot of things, but I don't see any fungus on mine. Yeah, look it up online. There's a recipe online. You will want to make it in a batch and let it set for some time, but it is rather powerful. So can dates, figs, and prunes. Yeah, those are all good things too, in my opinion. I would soak them in water though. These smoothies will make you lose as a goose. I will do that. Thanks. Laugh out loud. Nice one. I think the immune system is highly understudied as relates to repairing and healing the body. I agree. Absolutely, Yeti. Thoughts on Mary Jane? Like anything, don't overdo it, and try to get it as clean as possible. But either way, smoking is not ever good for you. If you can get away with just eating it, it'd probably be safer. And lots of hydrogen water. The challenge says you can soak raisins in lemon water at night, and in the morning, they become like grapes. That's a good idea. And Terry says, I miss Mary Jane. Let's see, what other thing did I put in there? Health benefits of sprouted broccoli seeds. All right. Holy cow. Let's go with WebMD, shall we? You're going to see why I put this stuff in there. Broccoli sprouts is becoming a very big health food. Health benefits. Most of the health benefits of broccoli sprouts come from their high level of glucoraphanin. Your body converts this compound into sulforaphane, which protects your cells against inflammation and a wide variety of diseases. Some common health benefits of broccoli sprouts include cancer prevention. What a surprise. Stomach ulcer treatment. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a little more smoothie here. I might have to actually finish yesterday. Wait, I would have kept in the fridge longer. Somebody would let it sit out and go bad. And I'll go ahead and try to finish. So this is a smoothie from yesterday. Definitely not as tasty. I should have sealed it up. Yikes. And he says, been using Mary Jane salves on my hands and they end up rather sore from heavy work. The salve is one of the things that eases the swollen pain from the heavy work. Microgreens and sprouted seeds are incredibly rich in nutrients. The challenge, it says, bitter vegetables and fruits are always healthier and better for you. It also increases stomach acid, so it helps people who have low stomach acid, which occurs from age. Yep. Okay. Stomach ulcer treatment. So, sulforaphane, found in broccoli sprouts, helps fight against the type of bacteria which causes ulcers. Look at that. One study on mice found that sulforaphane may even be more effective at treating ulcers than traditional antibiotics. Look at that. They had test subjects who ate 2.5 ounces of broccoli sprouts every day showed lower levels of ulcer-causing bacteria than those who munched on alfalfa sprouts instead. They also had less inflammation. Wow, how about mental health? Some studies have shown that sulforaphane to be an effective treatment for a number of mental health disorders. Man, give it to all these school shootings. You should just give it to kids in a pill form or something. It shows that it may help reduce the levels of a compound called glutamate, which has been linked to disorders like depression and schizophrenia. Though the research isn't conclusive, there is evidence that sulforaphane in broccoli sprouts may help people with mental health problems manage their symptoms and lower their doses of traditional medicine. Look at that. What do you think about that, guys? I didn't even know that one. Everybody get broccoli sprouts. Any one of you that use a cannula ever take it off and go outside and immediately notice the scent of the ozone? You know, I never smelled that ozone. People talk about it, but maybe I'm just used to it. Okay, nutrition. Broccoli sprouts have a lot of fiber. Back to this. Have you noticed a pattern yet? And protein. Man, everything I eat has protein in it, but it has fewer calories. They contain anywhere from 10 to 100 times glucoraphanin, the nutrient that becomes sulforaphane, as the mature vegetable. These sprouts are bursting with vitamins and other nutrients, including vitamin C, vitamin A, calcium, iron, fiber, protein, no sugar, no fat. Okay, the temperature, moisture, other conditions for growing it, blah, 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 blah. That's why you have to rinse it, because they can grow bacteria on it. When Canadian researchers tested crops of sprouts, they found salmonella, listeria, staph, and other pathogens that can cause illness or even death. Eating raw sprouts can increase your risk or exposure. That's actually exactly why I rinse them regularly. Keep them really clean. How to prepare broccoli sprouts? Nah, I already know how to do that. You can also put them in salads, sandwiches, blend them in a smoothie. See? And that's it, guys. So, I don't know. I think that hopefully touches everything. Let's see. Andy says, thanks, Dramer. I will do that. Something has to give. I have been using a lot of castor with salves and the pain does disappear for a few hours, but it is not a long-term fix. Bulky Pug says, I'll try it, but I always doze off with it on, then I just go to bed. Besides hydrogen, what is F, good for enlarged prostate. Diet. Really clean water, hydrogen, highly anti-inflammatory diet, and stay away from, hate to say it, but meat, dairy, seafood, and eggs. Do some research. There's a lot of data on the prostate. You can literally type in nutritionfacts.org space prostate, and there's a doctor there who shows you all the studies about food. I found it very helpful. Northern Yeti says he notices the ozone when the room is cold. Otherwise, it just diffuses. Yeah, it just diffuses anyway. It's not dangerous, in my opinion. MD says, me too, Pug. It makes me feel somewhat euphoric. Be well, friends. Do unto others. Talk soon. Peace out, MD. Bulky Pug says, yeah, it must be great for a good night's rest. And Extreme Rod says, hello. All right, well, I'm actually going to say goodbye here very soon if you guys have any last questions. Okay. Broccoli. I think we went over every ingredient now. What else did I put in there? Health benefits of carrots. I thought, didn't I do carrots? I know I did celery. I guess I didn't do carrots. Okay, last one. This is literally probably the last ingredient in the smoothie. Health benefits of carrots. Carrots are full of benefits. They promote healthy vision, balance blood glucose, help with weight management, lower your risk of cancer, regulate blood pressure, reduce heart disease, improve immunity, boost brain health, and you won't regret incorporating more of this vegetable in your diet. Let's see like from WebMD though. Let's see from like actual proven facts. There we go, nutrition facts. Okay, let's go with carrots 101. The carrot, known as Daucus corota, is a root vegetable often claimed to be the perfect health food. Crazy, right? Because it's so cheap. That's why I like carrots. They're cheap, they taste good. I'm so glad that was the whole reason I started putting them in my smoothie, just because I knew that they were really good for you and they're so cheap. They are crunchy, tasty, a good source of beta carotene, fiber. Notice the pattern here. Vitamin K. So another vitamin K, because natto has vitamin K. Apparently carrots have vitamin K. My Purium powder's got a ton of vitamin K. So probably that's why it's helping us absorb our vitamin D levels. Mine being really good. A lot of potassium and very rich in antioxidants. It is also linked with lowering cholesterol levels, improving eye health. What's more, their carotene antioxidants have been linked to reduce the risk of cancer. Carrots are found in many colors: yellow, white, orange, red, and even purple. Orange carrots get their bright color from their beta carotene, an antioxidant that your body converts into vitamin A. No wonder we're not deficient. A lot of nutrition facts. Let's see. Carrots water content goes from anywhere from 86 to 95%. And what have I been telling you guys? Eat foods that have water content. I'm telling you, it's one of the smartest things you can do for your health, in my opinion. It's not medical advice. And the edible portion consists of around 10% carbs. And people are going to be like, oh, no carbs. I don't believe in carbs. I don't believe that personally. I think carbs are fine. It's just how you get them. I don't want carbs from donuts, but I'll take them from carrots. Look, or my smoothie. They also contain very little fat, but they do contain protein again. A lot of water, protein, even natural sugars, fiber, fat, but all the good stuff. But it's mainly made of water and carbs. Can you believe carrots have natural sucrose and glucose? Good source of fiber. It ranks very low on the glycemic index. which basically measures how quickly your foods raise your blood glucose level after a meal. That's why I like all the fiber. It helps regulate blood glucose really nicely. Tons of fiber. We know the benefits of that. It has vitamin A, biotin, vitamin K1, potassium, B6. I mean, it just has all sorts of good stuff. How about other plant compounds? It has carotene, obviously, so it has beta carotene, alpha carotene. If it says here that you can actually absorb the nutrients better if the carrots are cooked. Interesting. The antioxidant like beta carotene is partially converted into vitamin A. Lutein, one of the most common antioxidants in carrots. Lutein is predominantly found in yellow and orange carrots, and that's what's important for your eye health. Lycopene, a bright red antioxidant found in many red fruits and vegetables, including red and purple carrots. Lycopene may reduce the risk of cancer and heart disease. All these are good for the heart. Have you noticed that? Even more recently, research has identified bioactive compounds in carrots that actually appear to help protect against leukemia and other cancers, and they have thus cited studies. Anthocyanins, these are powerful antioxidants found in dark colored carrots. Okay, what are the health benefits? Reduces cancer, lowers cholesterol, weight loss, eye health. How about organic versus conventionally grown ones? Ooh, they have data on this? Organic farming uses natural methods for growing the crops. Studies have actually shown when they compare organic to conventionally grown carrots, they didn't actually find a huge difference in carotenoids, but I'm a little surprised that it says, when was a study done? The content or quality of the antioxidants, because I did see a study that showed different than that. However, pesticides and long-term effects of pesticides are unclear. Oh, I don't think they're unclear, but scientists are voicing concerns. Come on. Baby carrots. Okay, let's see here. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend. Ski says, if we make smoothies like yours and let it sit overnight before eating it, does it lose some of the nutritional value? In my opinion, yes. Bye, Terry. I bet carotene was named in honor of the carrot. Probably. I like them fresher. If you're not going to have them fresh, seal them. I have a sealer. Then it should be better. Individual concerns, obviously, if you're allergic to them. And if you eat way too many carrots, I've never had a problem with that. Your skin will turn yellow or orange, but it's harmless. It says allergies, contaminants. Carrots obviously can be contaminated if they're around heavy metals. Blah, blah, blah. Bottom line, they're good for you. Okay. Well, very good, guys. Oh, what else are they going to talk about? Oh, some other food that looks like a carrot. Parsnips. But I don't put those in the smoothies, so I'm going to skip that. Okay, guys, I think that's pretty much it for today. Hopefully that helped you all out. Good to see everybody. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Any last questions before I hang up? Let me know. Otherwise, let's see. Do you think hydrogen can rapidly heal lower back muscle sprain? Well, I have seen data that shows that it appears that hydrogen accelerates healing. I think a high anti-inflammatory diet would be good. And I think obviously a lot of rest, a lot of hydration, probably ice. But yeah, you just gotta take care of your deficiencies. You know, that's something that I think is really important. Thank you. You're welcome. All right, guys.